Okay, grade 8s. This would be essentially lesson 6, part 2, where I do some of the homework questions as demos. I'm going to make a comment here. You're not going to get a question more complex than this on the test. I haven't looked at the test, but I'd be surprised if there was one even this complex. So you know what? I'm not going to make a lot of commentary on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and rock and roll. Okay? So, bed mass. Do we have all the operations here? We've got brackets. We've got, I don't think we have addition, right? Yeah, we don't have addition, but we have division, multiplication, subtraction. Okay. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So this is 15 quarters. Yes, we're going to do this first because it's in the brackets. Subtract. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4/3. Okay, so these guys just have to, the ones in pencil, they have to hang out. Okay, lowest common denominator, 12. Okay, times 3, times 3, times 3, times 4. You know, it's funny, the classroom just went dark, but I'm looking at the video. I don't think it looks too bad, actually. Anyways, as long as I can see. What have we got here? 15 times 3. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause it here because I can't see in the dark, even though it doesn't seem to be affecting the video that much. This is 16 over 12. Pause. Okay, my lights are back. What's my favorite step to show? When you show a common denominator is actually common, a single 12, one solid fraction line, and that's equal to what? 45 minus 16. Good grief. Let's call that 29. 29 over 12. Now, this is where the hangout fractions numbers get reattached. Grade 8s, you really do have to be patient. You really just got to ignore. You have to have, some students lack a faith or belief that, can we really leave these numbers alone for so long? And the answer is yes, you have to. Not only should you, you have to. I'm going to go ahead and just convert this right now. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, so this is 4/3 times 2/3. Okay, I will make a quick comment here in the sense of division and multiplication exist on the same priority. No one is more important than the other just because the D is on top or above. It's not any more important than multiplication. The only reason to do division first is now because the left to right rule kicks in. Okay? So we are, if you want to put invisible brackets, we're doing this first, but only because it's like left, you know, like it's not on the right side. It's left to right. It just so happens the division is first. 29 over 12 times 3 over 4. Cross cancellation. 3 goes on the 3, that goes 4. So we have 29 times 1, 4 times 4, 29, 16. Okay. Now, reattach. What are we doing to 29 over 16? We're going to multiply it by 2 over 3. I'll just write that in blue so you can see that 2 better over the orange arrow. Now, I'm going to use the big pen now. Cross cancellation exists. Look, we always love ones. All right, what does that work out to be? 29 times 1, 8 times 3, 29 over 24. Remember, if I've made a mistake, you guys can get a candy. 1 and 5 24s. Both of those are acceptable. Yes, grade 8s, I did strike this out. This is truly optional. You can skip this. I say that because I'm not a fan, or I guess I'll say this. I'm not going to put this kind of question on an exam. It's too much. You know, simmer down now. It's too much. Okay, you do have to try this one. I'll do this one as a demo. Bed mass. Okay, definitely brackets. I'm just looking. I think division's the only one we don't see here. There's definitely multiplying, there's addition and subtraction. Okay, I deliberately chose this one because look what we have here. Okay, we have addition, we have subtraction. Addition and subtraction exist on the same priority. So the only reason, again, that we're going to do addition first is because we're going to work left to right. Definitely we're doing the brackets. So who's our hangout fraction? Our hangout fraction is here. Hey, hang out. Wait. Okay? Got to get all this done. Oh Lord, but look at this. I'm going to note something here. Let's actually just do this all at once, because guess what? Guess what? There's a reason we chose this example. Do you want to know why? Because 8, 6, and 4, I was telling students in one of the classes, one of my favorite numbers is a 24. There are so many numbers that are divisible into 24. So our lowest common denominator is a 24. Let's convert everything, all of it, right now. So what does that look like? Well, we're going to multiply the 8 times the 3. Whatever you do to the bottom, do to the top. How do we get 4 to 24? Multiply by 6. Whatever you do to the bottom, do to the top. That's a 6. How do we get 6 to 24? Multiply by 4. Whatever you do to the bottom, do to the top. Okay. So what does this monstrosity Subway sandwich of adding and subtracting 3 fractions look like? Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and write the number 24. Okay? That's the whole point. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24. It's 24. Let's only worry about the numerator. Let's cut down on the work a little bit. 5 times 3 is 15. What are you doing to the 15? You're going to add it to the next number. 3 times 6 is 18. What's going to happen after the 18? Well, you're subtracting. Okay? 5 times 4 is 20. So, over here, 15 plus 18, that's 33, right? 13, carry the 1, 3, subtract 20. Okay, so that's 13. So what do we got here? We have, this all works out to be 13 over 24. Okay? Now, reassemble. It's a demanding question because you just have to concentrate and remember, hey, I did all this work, but I still have more to do. I'm just going to go ahead and convert this right now. So, mixed to improper. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So we have 8 fifths. Yes, I'm writing this in huge font. 8 fifths times 13 over 24. Look at this. How cool is this? I can cross cancel. 8 goes into 8 once. 8 goes into 24 3 times. What does the rewrite look like? 1 times 13, 5 times 24. Ooh, look at this. 13 over 120? Yikers. But 13 is prime, my friends. This is a prime number. Its only factors are 1 and 13 does not go into 120. Okay, 13 does not go into 120. Okay, I hope it made sense. That's going to be a pause. Okay, so grade 8. So you notice I kind of, sort of left you the easier one. I hope you find it easier. Now, I'm going to give you a hint on this one. You may want to try putting inserting brackets, just to keep it straightforward. If I were to insert brackets, which you are, you have all the quote unquote legal power in the world to do. If you're talking about bed mass, I guess I should have wrote that D up here. Mr. Smith gets his trusty Japanese eraser out. You know that this subtraction has to be last, because what do I see? I see division. I see a multiplication. Okay? Now to make this a little bit clearer, I'm going to take the trusty Japanese eraser and erase that and do this instead. And I'm going to exclude, in other words, I'm going to punt. I'm going to keep out the subtraction sign. So I've got some multiplication to do, I've got some division to do, I need this result, and then I'll subtract. Okay? All right, that's enough of a hint for that one. Okay, well, you know what, we've already done this like lots of times. I wrote down a video. I'm only going to do one of these. I'm just going to do the one with the bigger numbers. So 8 times 9 is 72 plus 2. Didn't we see this kind of fraction before? 79 fourths. Okay? Okay, I don't know what happened there. I pressed the button. I hope this video is still going. Anyways, so on page 43, you only have to do this one F, this one C, and this one B. The other ones you don't have to do, but I'm doing them as video demos. So the ones I do as video demos, you can leave blank. Might be good to copy them into your booklet though. Okay, bed mass. No brackets. I'm going to convert this immediately. You convert it immediately, right away, first, into improper. So this is 3 over 2 times 1 over 3 divided by 2 over 3. Multiplication and division have equal priority, so this is a chance to go left to right. So we're going to, oh, look at that, cross cancellation. We're left with 1 and 1. So this is going to equal 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and keep, change, flip, 3 over 2. And so the answer to this is keep, change, flip. And the answer to this is 3 over 4. Okay, please box your answers for me, by the way. Could you do that for me? Okay, first of all, this demands a rewrite because I don't like mixed numbers. So we're going to take 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, now I'll do my little bed mass analysis. You really got to get these into improper. Do not try and play with mixed numbers. No brackets, no division, multiplication, addition, no subtraction. Another straightforward one. Oh, that's one you're supposed to do. I almost did your homework. Well, there you go. You got a hint. Okay, this one. Oh, Lord. Yikes. Come on now. Wow. Yeah, I'm not putting this on the exam. 6 7/2 divided by, and it's not because it's too hard. It's just, when I make that comment, it's not because there's no question that intimidates Mr. Smith. I mean, this is easy. I'm simply saying for grade 8s, this is a lot of work. Divided by 15 plus 1 is 16 thirds times 3 times 1 is 3 plus, so that's 4 thirds. Don't even think about using mixed numbers. Can I sound like a broken record on that? 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7, so 7 over 6. I didn't do any keep, change, flip. I didn't do any multiplication, like between the fractions. I just converted to all improper. Okay, so this goes in left to right order. So if I were actually doing this, watch this, how this works on brackets. I would do this first, then the result of this next, and then finally, you see, the hangout fraction, okay, has to be last because we're going left to right. Holy Dinah, let's go. 1. You see why you got, whoa, Okay, Mr. Smith, you get to boo yourself. Boo. See what I did there? I tried cross-canceling, but it's on division. Bad, Mr. Smith. So let's do a rewrite. You see what I tried doing there? This is illegal. You can't cross-cancel on a division. You got to keep, change, flip. Oh, that didn't work out too nice because I don't see anything that works together. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. 32 times 4 over 3. There's no keep, change, flip because you're just already multiplying. So, wow, look at this. Look at this. Happy times. 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 21 7 times. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 32 8 times. Oh, I knew I'd be rewarded. I wonder if some of you actually find this narration like a little hilarious. 7 over 8. Okay? Now again, you're going to have to reassemble because guess who's been hanging out for the end? 7 over 8 divided by 7 over 6. Okay. So keep the 7/8. Change. Flip. Look at that. Okay, now this works out. Look at that. 7 goes into 7 once. I guess I could do it in another color. 7 goes into 7 once, 7 goes into 7 once, 2 goes in there 3 times, 2 goes in there 4 times. And what have you got? 1 times 3, 4 times 1, 3/4. Who knew that this ginormous fraction, 12-inch meatball pizza sub of a question would work out to 3/4? Not me. I wouldn't have predicted that. But that's the beauty of math sometimes. Now remember, I might draw a star here. Okay? Brackets smushed together, right? There's no symbol here. That means multiply. So you can leave it as is, or if you really want to, if you need to make yourself feel better, okay? That's not supposed to be a subtraction. I'm just saying they're smushed together. You can put a multiplication. When a bracket is butt up against a bracket, okay? When a bracket is rubbing up against another bracket, that's a multiplication sign. So if you want to put a multiplication sign in there because it makes you feel better, go for it. Okay, so that does mean, okay, remember, when there's multiple fractions, there's always going to be one that hangs out. I mean, you know, you have to do one operation at a time. So this is our hangout. What does it mean to hang out? In other words, this thing has to wait until this is done because of dead mass, right? Multiplication comes before addition. Multiplication, right there. Brackets smushed up together means multiplication. Okay, so 3 plus 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1 is 21 over 5. Okay, times 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Oh, that worked out nice. Look at this. Nothing makes me happier. Look at that. Twins. And, of course, 3 goes into 3 once. There goes 7 times. Look at this. Look what we have. It ends up being 3 plus, let's write it over here, 7 times 1. Look, it works out to be a whole number. Right? It's 3 plus 7. Happy times. Ay, caramba. Isn't that what Bart Simpson says? Dead mass. Do we really have all the operations here? I think we do. Let's see, we got brackets, we got division, we got multiplication. Yes, we do. Well, of course, brackets comes first. I don't care what that operation is. The brackets are what gives this priority. This could have been addition. It still would have been done first. Okay, cross cancellation. Twins cancel out, okay? Twins always cancel out. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 3 once, 2 goes into 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 8, 4. So what does this work out to be? Something pretty simple, thankfully. So that's equal to 1/4. Now, reattach. We get to reattach the question. So what are we doing with the 1/4? Well, let's rewrite what we ignored. This was the hangout crew. By the way, can you tell me right now what the last operation we're going to do? Can you predict right now? Not what the first one we're going to do next. What's the last one? Okay, I'm going to count it silently from 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's going to be the subtraction. Because once we're done this division, we're going to end up going left to right to add. And so the subtraction, this is our new hangout. This is the ultimate hangout, buddy, because the minus 3/4 is definitely going to have to wait. Okay. Keep. Change. Flip. Okay, what does that equal? 5 over 8. Okay, so reattach this now. Reattach it how or with what? Well, this result of 5/8 now needs to be added to 1/2 and subtract 3/4. Now, grade 8s, you want a quick way of doing this? Remember, addition and subtraction have equal priority. They have equal priority. So you could actually just make this one ginormous fraction. The lowest common denominator between 8, 2, 4 is 8. So you could write yourself an 8. And then look what you needed to do. Well, I didn't need to do anything. This is just times 1. So I've just got 5. That's it. I mean, it's already an eighth. So 5 plus what? Well, let's go green here. Times 4. Times 4. 1 times 4 is 4. What do we need to do here to make this into eighths? 2 times 2. Whatever you do to the bottom, do to the top. Okay, this would be minus 6. Grade 8s. I want to pick a different color now. Here's one. If you understand, whoops, right here. If you understand this, how I got this, you're pretty much like an advanced master. Because you know what I did? I decided to do this all at once. Adding, subtracting have equal priority. Why not? If I'm going to be forced to do left or right, why not do left to right over one denominator and save myself some time? Like, why not? 5 plus 4 is 9. Minus 6, the answer is 3/8. Boom. Okay? The answer is 3/8. All right. Woo, pushing 21 minutes here. Thank God I'm going to leave your the ability to fast forward. Flip. Oh, that's it. Okay. You just have to do one question. I'm not demonstrating it, and it just says add one pair. I am going to say this is optional. But I will say, especially for your keeners, you should try it. You should try. Okay, and I do mean only try one. You don't have to do the rest of this. Okay, Smith is done. This will be an Ed puzzle, but I'll leave you the ability to fast forward and skip around.